Good morning students. Welcome to my channel Sharda Math Classes. If you have not subscribed, please do subscribe for my channel. I'll be bringing more and more videos which will be helpful for you as well as for your friends. Please share these videos with your friends, like and comment. Thank you very much. See, in the last video we were discussing about quadratic equation, right? So in quadratic equation, I have taught you what is the standard form of quadratic equation and how to solve quadratic equation by factorization method, and how to check the given expression or equation is a quadratic equation or not. So today let us take up exercise 4.2. If you want 4.1 exercise problems, see my previous video. I have done all the problems. You can refer to it. So in this exercise 4.2, you have first main find the roots of the quadratic equation by factorization method. So the first problem is x square minus 3x minus 10 is equal to 0. As I told you, always the coefficient of x should be equal to 1. Suppose if it is some other number, then you have to multiply a with c and find the factors for that. Now the coefficient of a is equal to 1. So what you have to do is, no problem, I want 1 only. Now find the factors for 10. You have to find the factors for 10 in such a way that if you add these two factors, you should get, or if you subtract these two factors, you should get the middle term. If you add these two or subtract these two, you should get the middle term. So 10 can be written as 5 2s are, right? So 5 and 2, the difference between 5 and 2 is 3. You are getting 3. Now coming to which sign you have to put for this. So here see what is the sign for the middle term. First you have to check the sign for the middle term. So middle term is having minus sign. Therefore you have to put the same sign for the bigger number here and opposite sign for the other number. Whatever is the sign for the middle term, put it for the bigger number. And since you are subtracting and getting the middle term, if this is the middle term sign, the other thing will be plus 2. Okay. Now I can write this as 1x square minus, instead of 3x, I will write it as minus 5x plus 2x minus 10 is equal to 0. Okay. So now I am going to group these two and these two. Among these two, x is common. So remaining is x minus 5 plus. Among these two, 2 is common. So here also you will get x minus 5 is equal to 0. So as I have discussed earlier, again you will get common here x minus 5 and remaining here x, here plus 2 is equal to 0. Next what you have to do is, see when you multiply two factors you are getting 0, product as 0. That means either this should be equal to 0 or this should be equal to 0. This is like how 6 into 0 is equal to 0. If you want to get 0 as a product, either of this number should be equal to 0 or this number should be equal to 0. 0 into 7 is equal to 0. Here this is some number, this is some number. When you multiply you are getting 0. Getting 0 by multiplying means either this should be equal to 0 or this should be equal to 0. So what I am going to do now, I am going to equate both the factors to 0. X minus 5 is equal to 0. X plus 2 is equal to 0. Now shift number here, x is equal to 5. X is equal to, shift 2 here, that becomes minus 2. So the factors are x and 5 and minus 2. Okay. Simple. You have to find the factors for 10. Add or subtract the factors such that you will get the middle term and split according to the remaining terms as it is. Only middle term you have to split it. Take the common factors and then once again take the common factors. Equate the factors to 0. You will get the value of x. Next, second problem we will take up. Second problem says minus x minus, I think, 3x plus x minus 6. So second problem is 2x square plus x minus 6 is equal to 0. See here the value of a is 2. So what you have to do is, here I want a as 1. So what I am going to do, I will multiply 2 with 6. First multiply 2 and 6. Whatever number you will get, for that you have to take the factors. Take the factors for 12 such that when you add or subtract you should get 1. There is no number here, it is 1. Okay. So I will take 4 threes. From 4, if I subtract 3, I will get 1. Is it not? From 4, I am subtracting 3. So I will get 1. So this bigger number, I mean middle term sign should go to bigger number. Other term should have the opposite sign. Now I am going to split it. 2x square as it is. While writing you have to write as it is plus. First I will write 4x. And then I will write minus 3x minus 6 is equal to 0. Instead of 1x I have written 4x minus 3x. Now in this group, next group, what I am going to do? I am going to group these two and these two. Okay, here I will take 2 is also common here, x is also common. So here 2 is taken outside as a common factor, x is taken out, only 1x is remaining plus. So 2 how many times 4? 2 2s are. X is already taken out as a common factor. Here minus, both the terms are having minus, take out minus as a common. These two are the multiples, 3 and 6 are multiples of 3 tables, so 3 is common. Here x minus is already taken out as a common plus 3. 3 2s is equal to 0. Now here x plus 2 is common. Remaining here is 2x, here is minus 3 is equal to 0. Next, you got two factors. I told you this into this is equal to 0. Either this should be 0 or this should be 0. Let me equate it to 0. X plus 2 is equal to 0. 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. Now shift 2 here. That becomes x is equal to minus 2. Here first shift 3 here, that becomes 2x is equal to plus 3. I want x is equal to 3 divided by 2. If you directly get the value for 1x, no need to divide. If you are getting for 2x or 3x or 5x or 10x, that number should go to the denominator. So this is how you can solve. Once again I will tell you, first you have to find the product of 2 and 6 because a is not equal to 1 here. Find the product, whatever product you will get, pick up the factors for that, so that when you add or subtract you will get the middle term. I take 4 and 3 because 4 minus 3 is 1. Bigger number sign go to, this middle term sign goes to bigger number, other term will have the opposite sign. So now write 1x as 4x minus 3x. Next grouping. Third fact, this one is grouping step. This one and this one, group it. Here you can take out 2x as common, x plus 2, minus 3 as common. Here x as it is, minus is already taken out as common. So plus 2 times 3 2s is equal to 6. Again x plus 2 common. Take it out, remaining here 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. Now you have two factors here. Equate both the factors to 0. Shift the number, you will get the value of x. Here also shift the number, you got the value for 2x. So x is equal to 3 by 2. So you can copy down these problems. I'll keep it for 1 minute. You can copy down. Okay, we will take up the next problem then. Next, coming to third problem. See, third problem is root 2 into x square plus 7x plus 5 root 2 is equal to 0. And most of the students, by saying the problem itself, you will be afraid. So how to do this type of problem? Because root 2 is a rational number, there is nothing to worry. First, as usual, what rules I have told you, check whether the coefficient of a is 1 or not. No, it is not 1. It is root 2. So you have to multiply root 2 and 5 root 2. root 2 into 5 root 2. You know that root 2 into root 2 is nothing but root 4. Just you have to multiply because both are having the square root only. Multiply. Root 4 is nothing but 2. 2 into 5, 10. Now you have to find the factors for 10 such that you should get 7 as the difference or sum, whatever it is. So here 10 factors I will take, 5 and 2. So here what is happening? You are not subtracting these two, you are adding these two in order to get 7. Whenever you are adding the numbers, both the numbers should have the same sign. Remember, whenever you have, we are adding two numbers and getting the middle term, then both the terms should have the same sign. If you are subtracting and getting the middle term, then bigger number should have middle term sign, other term should have opposite sign. Here you are adding and getting, so what is the middle term sign here? That will go to both the terms. Okay, middle term sign will go to both because you are adding here. So now I am going to write root 2 x square plus, instead of 7x I will write 5x plus 2x plus 5 root 2 is equal to 0. Okay, next group these two. 1, 2 and x, 1, 2 and 2 and 5 here. Here also 2 and 5 I have taken. See here what common you can take, x as a common factor. Only x can be taken out as common. Here remaining is root 2 into x. X is separate. Don't put it inside the root. It is outside the root. Plus. Here only 5 is remaining. Plus. See here what we can do. The trick lies here only. See this 2. By seeing this you will not get any common factor. But you know that root 2 is nothing but 2 can be written as root 2 into root 2. Because see, root 2 into root 2 is root 4. Root 4 is nothing but 2. Is it not? So 2 can be written as root 2 into root 2. So root 2 into root 2. This is nothing but root 2 into root 2. 1 root 2 I will take out as common here. Okay, remaining here 1 root 2 x plus root 2 is taken out as a common. Here 5 is equal to 0. Here trick is 2 can be written as root 2 into root 2. Same number, put the root 2 times. Okay. Take 1 root 2 common outside. Here 1 root 2 is remaining along with x. Plus here root 2 is taken outside. 5 is remaining. That's all. Simple. Now here root 2 into x plus 5. Root 2 into x plus 5 is common. Root 2 into x plus 5 is common factor. Remaining here is x plus root 2 is equal to 0. Now, here I am going to equate this to 0. 2x plus 5 is equal to 0. Root 2 into x is equal to minus 5. 5 is shifting this side. X is equal to, I want x, minus 5 by root 2. Whatever is the number along with x, coefficient, put it in the denominator. Here x is equal to, shift here, minus root 2. So the value of x you got directly. X is equal to minus root 2 and here x is equal to minus 5 by root 2. The trick is here only. First multiply these two. Okay. This is the method of multiplication. After multiplying you will get the whole number. Find the factors for whole number and see whether you will get 7. Yes, 5 2s is 10. When you add 5 and 7, you will get 7. So adding and getting means same sign. Both should have the same sign. Now split it. 7x can be split as 5x plus 2x. Remaining terms as it is. Now take out, first write 5x and 2x. Here you can take out x as common factor, remaining root 2 into x. Right. Plus 5 as it is. Plus here I told you 2 can be written as root 2 into root 2. So root 2 into x this is. So I took root 2 as common. Remaining 1 root 2 and x I have written here, plus root 2 is common here, 5 is equal to 0. Now among these two, again this is common, put it outside. Here remaining x plus root 2 is one more factor. So now 2x root 2 into x plus 5 is equal to 0. Root 2 into x is equal to, shift here. That becomes minus 5. I want only x is equal to minus 5 by root 2. Here x plus root 2 is equal to 0. Simply shift root to that side. That will give you x is equal to minus root 2. Okay, this is how you can solve the problem of this type. If you have root means simple, you will get the whole number by multiplying. Don't worry. And this is how you can solve this type of problems. Next, coming to fourth problem. In this way I am solving all the problem because 5 problems are different, so it will be helpful for you so that you can apply the same thing to the next future problems. So here one number is fraction, C is fraction here, A is having 2. What I told you, you have to multiply these two first. Okay, so before multiplying, what I am going to do is, I have to make this a whole number. Okay, so that it will be easy for me to take the factors here. So what I am going to do is, what is the LCM for these three? 8 is the LCM. Is it now? So multiply LCM with this. How much you will get? Means 2x square into LCM is equal to 16x square. Write down 16x square here. Minus second term into LCM 8x plus third term into LCM. Multiply all the three terms by LCM. You will get the equation like this. Now I am going to cross multiply. From 1 I multiply all these. From 0 I will multiply 8. So I will get, from 1 if I multiply this, I will get the same terms. Minus 8x plus 1 is equal to 8 zeros are 0. Now 8 is gone. Okay. For this now you have to take the factors. I told you A and number. 16 into 1. 16. You have to take the factors for 16. So that when you add or subtract, you should get the middle term. Okay. 16 ones are 16. When you add or subtract, you will get the middle term. So 16 factors are very simple. 4 fours are. Because when you add 4 and 4, you are getting 8. Is it not? So adding and getting means whatever is the sign for this, same sign you have to put. When you add, put the same sign. Whatever is there. When you subtract, put the opposite sign. Okay. Minus 4 is minus 8. So I am going to split this as 16x square minus 4x plus 1 is equal to 0. Now grouping. Group this. 4 can be taken out as common factor. X can be taken out as common factor. Remaining here, what you will get? 4 4s are 16. 1x is taken out. 1 more x is remaining. When you multiply these two, you will get the first term. Minus 4x is already taken out as a common factor. So remaining is 1. Minus. Here nothing is there to take out as a common. So 1 I will take. If I take 1, whatever is there, that will remain same. Okay. Now 4x minus 1, here also minus is taken out as common factor, so here you will get minus. Okay, again 4x minus 1 into here remaining 4x minus 1. This 4x and this one is equal to 0. Now factors, 4x minus 1 is equal to 0. Next factor is also same thing. So you will get 4x is equal to plus 1. X is equal to 1 by 4. Here also same thing you will get because the factors are same, is equal to 1 by 4. So x values, two values you got, both are 1 by 4 and 1 by 4. Lastly I will tell you. So first what you have to do, you have to make this a whole number. For that take the LCM. LCM is nothing but 8. Put the LCM here, 8. LCM. Okay, next multiply each term by LCM. 2x square into LCM is 16x square. Write down. Minus x into LCM 8x minus 8x. 1 by 8 into LCM is 1. So I will put 1 is equal to 0. 0 is nothing but 0 by 1. Okay, divided by 8. Now cross multiply. From 1 if you multiply this, you will get the same thing, is equal to 8 zeros are 0. Okay, now A is having 16. Multiply these two. 16 ones are 16. For 16 you are finding the factors such that when you add these two you will get the middle term. Okay, 4x minus 4 minus 4. 4 4s are 16. 4 plus 4, 8 you will get. So split it. 16x square, 8 can be written as minus 4x plus 1 is equal to 0. Take common factor, group these two. Take these two. Common is 4x, remaining is here inside 4x minus, here already taken outside 1 minus, here nothing is common, so take out 1 as common factor, remaining as it is equal to 0. Now same common factor here, 4x minus 1, here remaining 4x minus 1. Both are same factors, so equate both the factors to 0. 1 shift it this side, you will get 4x equals 1, x is 1 by 4. Here also same thing you have to do. Okay. So this is how you can find the value of the given quadratic equation by the method of factorization.